Tough loss, man. Tough loss. Out Ace.
Yo. Welcome to the show. I am your host. I walk around like number 11. I know I'm the GOAT. My chains, my rings on Matt Ryan, they coated in cold. I already killed the beat before I sat up and spoke. I'm here to close out the game. You sweep the dugout at best. I'm the realest. If real hopped off the page and showed in the flesh. No team jersey, but my city still on my chest. Trade from the 3. If I shoot, then it's all net. No time for you to rewind. You just in time. I'm a king. This king drum, so you know I'm in shine. I've been dope since 4 years after 1989. My pen work be out of this work, no pop flies. Not here to kill the game, just a competition. I'm Freddie Freeman on first, whoever pitching, I'm still getting it. I let the scoreboard tell us what the difference is. This is history in the making, you are witnessing. Shout out to the kid, you are tuned into the greatest. Rise up, kings won't watch a king in the making.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to King's Room. I'm your host, Tyrone. You have my boy Sports Live in the landing with me tonight. How you feeling tonight? I know. I came in. It was hard, man. This was a hard loss. What's up, Andre? Hey, if you can, please go to our YouTube. Watch it on YouTube, please. I'm glad you're on Facebook with us. Please go watch on YouTube. Yeah, y'all. So tonight, horrible loss. Absolutely horrible loss. This was the loss that we said last game. This should be a blowout game. And yeah, this was horrible. This was horrible. Pissed off. Pissed off. Had a nice night with my guy. I forgot his name. I'm a Wizards fan, but 100 on the Kings tonight. Sports Live had me lit. So thanks for me.
Hey. I'm happy for you, DC. Thank you. I'm glad you're happy because I know I's not. Now, first of all, we're in trouble because if you saw the schedule that we got coming up, Tyrone, these next 4 games, they all have winning records, except for Golden State. We're in trouble, man. This 8-game winning streak could turn into a 5-game losing streak, and that's sad. That's what's extremely disappointing. I did not like the way the Hawks came out. The Hawks fought from behind almost the whole entire game, and what was those final 6 seconds? You trying to tell me you get a timeout, a full minute or 2 timeout, and with 6.6 seconds and you're down by 2, you get the ball knocked away after a certain period, after 5 seconds, whatever. And then you can't even get a shot off on your second opportunity. It looked horrible from the beginning. It wasn't going in, but it wasn't even on time. How do you not get a good shot off?
That was my question. Because I think our first, the first play didn't look good. And Trey actually had a shot the first play. He had the layup. So I was okay. I was like, okay. And then Fox, being the fastest person in the league. Yeah, so I don't know. Like being that, and then the second play just didn't look right. It looked like it wasn't ran.
It was horrible. See, the thing is that with 6 seconds, so first off, Trae Young missed the layup prior. With 6-something seconds on the side, we're down by 2. We did not get a shot off. The ball got knocked away because we fumbled it or whatever the hell happened. And then under the basket, we don't even get the shot off on time. And if it was on time, it wouldn't have gone in anyway.
Yeah.
That was horrible. And that guy, we couldn't stop that guy.
Oh, yeah. He went for 30. What did he go for tonight?
Oh, my God.
37. He went for 37 tonight. Gallo usually hits that. It was a bad shot, dog. I understand you say Gallo usually would hit that, but that was a bad shot.
Well, first of all, Gallinari is 0 for 2 on last shots. Remember the last time he took one?
Dallas when we played Dallas, and that shot was horrible.
I mean,
Hunter screwing up all the. I don't think it's Hunter. I would say, if anything, the weakest link is Herter. Herter is the weakest link at this moment. He looks so he's so inconsistent in the league. I don't know. Like he has good games, and then he'll just have a game where you're just like, what are you doing, Herter? You're just not giving us any value. And he got cooked tonight by what's his name? Fox. That guy.
I call him that guy. If you watch that, I was calling him that guy the whole second half.
He is getting cooked. I'm talking about he got cooked tonight.
Where was Tony Snell? How come Tony Snell? Look,
what do you say?
Regardless of what happened this whole game, those final 6 seconds is what I'm looking at. Didn't even get a good shot off. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
But first of all, I do want to say thanks for everybody that I do notice that's in the chat from my live stream. Thank you guys for coming over and supporting FILA, Forever Sports, Tyrone and Don and King.
Thank y'all.
Everybody,
nice meeting y'all for coming in here. Caden, Hunter is still a minute from Snell though. Hunter's gonna come back to the starting lineup. We all know this. When he gets back healthy, when probably by maybe next game or the second game, he will be back in the starting lineup. Yeah. We all know this. It's gonna happen. Yeah. So trying to get him minutes, and Snell has been our guy. He's played good.
Where was he today, though, man? They didn't even give him the ball.
We didn't feed Snell at all.
I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, we didn't give Snell the ball at all. Like, I don't know what happened.
Why would put him in the game, man? First of all, Tyrone, you need to go if you can, please. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but Caden Alvis, go sub this dude up if you haven't already. He's a reaction guy. He's a Hawks fan. He's a Falcons fan. He does his hello everybody, welcome. He flops. You'll enjoy him. He's really good. But I mean, I'm just disgusted because I never said this was a gimme game. I said this is a game the Hawks should win, and they came out looking like they blew a 22-point lead. Yeah. I didn't like the way they came out in the ball game, and they could never take a lead. I think they had one lead or two leads in this whole game. Every time they got tied, they would give it up. They finally got a lead in the third quarter, gave it up, and then this one went 94, went to sleep. I mean, there was that Halliburton shot came back to haunt us badly. That Halliburton shot. Well, what about that 4-point play?
Yeah, that 4-point play. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, that one that hurt us. And like I said, Herter looks like the weakest link. You know how you said you like him, his athletic. Tonight, he's just showing us it just showed us tonight you didn't give us any value tonight. And we all wanted, we all love Herter. He's a guy that's been here for so long. I don't know.
Look,
we're not going.
Look, I'm going to sum this up in two words, one big word and one letter that a friend of mine just texted me. Terrible L.
Yeah.
That sums it up right there. Terrible L.
Yeah. We're not going to beat anyone only making 7-3. The only person that Bogey was on it tonight. I will give Bogey his shout out tonight.
Why didn't he get the shot? Why didn't they give him the shot?
He was the hot one. He was hot. That's the crazy part.
Why are they having him bring the ball in? If anything, what they should have done was, if you're going to have Bogdanovich bring it in, have him give it to somebody and then pass it right back to him and shoot. He didn't even get a chance to shoot in that last seconds. Just
first game of question, Nate. With us being too tired, I'm not worried about it. We're straight. I will say that this has been. I don't know if I saw it. I don't think they traveled yesterday. I think they traveled the same night as we blew the loss. I think they traveled from LA to Sacramento that same night because they were practicing the next day. I don't think you would travel and practice on the same day. So I think that might have helped. I feel like that was just, I don't know. Hurt has been better lately, but I agree he needs to be on the bench. He needs to come off the bench. I've been saying that for a while for him. Terrible L, yes. Why didn't we win? Why didn't we do many things? Yeah. It's just a bad, like he said, a terrible loss.
Exactly. I mean, a wasted effort by Clint Capella. Wasted effort by him. I was also like I said, I go back again after everything in the ball game. What's going to haunt me and what might be on my Friday premiere? I'm going to title it 6.5 seconds. I mean, everything could have been erased. I mean, if they would have got a good shot and missed, at least I would have been acceptance of it. But they fumbled the ball away with 5+ seconds left. Didn't even get a shot. Didn't give it to any of your good players. Nobody. And then with 1.3, they don't even get a shot off, and it looked horrible if it was on. I mean,
you give it to Trey, I think Trey should have probably shot that floater earlier when he got to the lane. He likes to get to the ball off the glass. Yeah. I would rather him shot the floater there. Yeah, I understand. I understand the play, but that 1 second play, just you got to give a lob there or something. We have 2 lob threats on this team. If anything, you can throw a lob and somebody's going to catch it. They couldn't guard us in the paint tonight. We destroyed them in the paint.
And some of the plays that bothered me, I can't be specific, but some things that hurt us tonight also was the Kings would miss a shot and they would get a second rebound. Like late in the game, there was a shot that was made with a minute or something, and the guy dunks it or something. I mean, it was
Rashawn Holmes, yeah. He dunked it.
I mean, you got to – trust me. Everybody, my life will go on. My rooting interest will go on. But this sucks. This was a game we had to have, not only to get back on the winning track, but I looked at it as what was upcoming. I mean, how miserable would it be to have an 8-game winning streak followed by a 5-game, 6-game losing streak?
Yeah, that would hurt. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt if it goes like that.
I mean, I don't know if – you probably realize, Tyrone, but I don't know if some of you in the chat realize who we got in the next 4 games.
Yeah. Our next 4 games are tough. And besides the Warriors, them next 3 or 4 games are going to be –
in San Antonio, man. And all of them are at least 5, 6, 7 games over 500.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, man. Eesh.
Hawks need to have a stronger ball and better. I don't know if it was even the communication tonight because we came out. You know what happened tonight? We came out slow. We lost the first quarter. We lost the first quarter by 2 points. We won the second quarter by 2 points, which is why we tied. We got killed 28-17 in the third, which pulled their lead, and we couldn't get over the hump. And then the fourth quarter, we scored 34. And they scored 25, so we lost 2 quarters, the first and the third, which you don't want to lose. Really and truly, you don't want to lose the first quarter because it puts you behind, and then you lose the third quarter coming out, and it's just like we start off so hot in the third, and then it was just we ended the second really good, and then the third it was just like okay, we coming out slow, and then the fourth you trying to come back, it's not going to work. You have to play consistent basketball.
Yeah, but how many times are we going to say, and Atlanta Hawks have done this, even the Falcons, all these teams in Atlanta, if they play quarter sports, third quarter always seems to be an Achilles heel. I don't know what it is they do at halftime, and I hate to say it, but this game was the Lloyd Pierce game. This is exactly the kind of game that Lloyd Pierce lost because that Dallas game had Lloyd Pierce as the head coach, and we lost pretty much the same way. I mean, look, first of all, I give credit to the Kings. They came out ready to play, but the Hawks looked unprepared. They looked disorganized throughout the whole damn game. There was no consistent flow. This is just how I saw it. Could never get over the hump. Forced a lot of bad shots. I mean, again, Trae Young is one of the best in the league, but when he's jacking up 3-pointers with 20-something seconds on the shot clock, and nobody on the basket for the Hawks, that makes me angry because you don't give a chance for a rebound. But we need the Hawks. We need Trae Young to shoot. Caden Alvis even has mentioned that in his prior videos. But we need him to shoot smart. If you're going to jack up a 3, make sure there's somebody under the basket, a couple guys. It was that certain 3, like the fast break with Bogey, and he just jacked up a 3. And I'm just like, what are you doing? You have a wide open lane and you're just jacking up 3s. Like I didn't understand his thought process.
Like I didn't understand his. You went 0 for 7 tonight. Well, 1 for 7 because you hit a game tying 3, which I will show that was a clutch 3. That will say that we sold the bag after he made that 3 because that was a good 3. That was a 3 where everybody like somebody said it was like no, yes, because I didn't think he was gonna make it when he shot. I said, oh God, that was my first reaction when he shot. I was like, oh, he's gonna miss. I said, why did he shoot that? And it went in. I was like, okay, so he's straight. But I don't know. I just.
Well, look, I want Trae Young taking that shot. At that moment, I want him taking the shot, but not, midway in the fourth quarter or something like that when you have time on the clock and there's nobody under the basket. Because I think the three-pointer that he made to tie it, didn't we have some defenders under the basket?
Yeah, we had somebody in the basket. If he missed, it was going to be a rebound.
But that's what I'm saying. And in the third quarter, the shot selection looked horrible. We were just jacking up. It's like I said, Atlanta is a Golden State of the East, predicated on the three-point play, even though they do implement Clint Capella. But that third quarter, they were jacking up everything from everywhere, and there was nobody to rebound. It just looked horrible.
Nobody can make a shot in the third quarter. Like Hunter shot. Hunter got wide open shots. It was missing. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is not gonna look good. It's not gonna end good. Every time I was just like, oh, this is just not gonna end good. Every time I was just like, oh God, it was just bad. It was just like the third quarter was just like you were just sitting there like he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it.
Did you watch my stream tonight at all?
I didn't get in the stream tonight. I was watching the.
Look, if you want to peek at it, you just watch. Maybe if you can stomach it, check out the fourth quarter, and then just listen to what I said. I was never confident this whole game because I've seen this, but I've seen Hawks teams of the past have letdowns on the West Coast. Against a team you're clearly better than, and then you play like this, but. I mean, like I said, if the Hawks had a fairly easy schedule coming up, it wouldn't be so bad. But we know
it's not an easy West Coast trip.
Yeah,
and we're switching time zones pretty soon. I think we're going back to Central. We're leaving the Pacific. Then we're going to go to Central. Then we're going to go to. Then we're going to. So we're going to keep.
As soon as this 8-game West Coast swings is over, our first home game is against Golden State.
Yep. April 4th, first home game we got, and Curry will be back by that game because he's out this week, so he'll be back by that game.
Oh, so he's not playing on Friday night?
No, he's not playing. He's out for a week. He had an MRI for inflammation and something, and I think it was in his ankle or his hand, something
Curry,
like that.
I hope you get better, but that does help us out. But that's
why somebody say if we lose to them, that's going to be a problem, which I can see why. I can see people saying that.
It's already a problem because you can't let up like this. This was a bad loss.
Yeah. Okay, I want to hop in the box score for us tonight. Tony Snell only shot one shot tonight.
Why?
He was 0 for 1. Played 20 minutes, 0 for 1. John, like I think somebody said he's taking Snell's Hunter's taking Snell's minutes. So John Collins was 5 of 11. He only scored 10 points tonight. Capella, which had a great game, 10 of 12. 17 rebounds, 1 block, 25 points. Good double-double for him. He had a double-double in the first half. I think it was like 17 to 10 or something like in the first half. So Trae Young, 29, had a really good surge in the second half. Went to halftime, I think, with 10. Had a good surge. Gallinari went 3 for 9. He played 25 minutes. 12 points. Bogdanovich, shout out to Bogdanovich tonight. Played really good defense on Fox when he was in there. He was the only one that really had a kind of sort of maybe an answer for Fox. Had 20 tonight. Hunter played 25 minutes, only made 1 shot. That was kind of sort of. I guess we're trying to get. I'll give him it tonight because he's hurt. So I'll give him that excuse. Nathan Knight only played for a little bit, and Okongwu. So I got a question for you.
Sure.
What are we gonna do with Okongwu and Knight? Because Okongwu is supposed to be our backup center. He's only playing 3 minutes tonight. And Knight is showing you bright spots, and he only played 3 minutes tonight. So you got Capella playing 30 minutes, and he's injury prone. But you got a guy you drafted 6 overall that's supposedly a center, and he's not playing. So what do we do with that? I don't know what you do. Like that. What are we drafting for?
My question is, how are you not prepared for this type of game?
Yeah, that's true.
And a friend of mine said the other day, he came up to me and said he put his flag, he had his flag down, his American flag down when the Hawks went on an 8-game winning streak, and he told me he put it back up, and then they lost it, and then he just texted me and said, taking the flag back down, maybe that'll help. Hey, superstition, man. Superstition.
Yeah. And think about Atlanta. It's we have so many superstitions about certain stuff.
But I'm getting over it. I mean, I'm just looking at it, and also we can't forget the trade deadline is tomorrow at 3:00.
3:00, yeah.
Well, this is my opinion. I think the Hawks are going to trade Cam Reddish.
I can see it happening. I can see it really and truly. I'd rather trade Herter. I'd rather trade Herter. I don't know if we trade Cam because Cam being like somebody said. To be honest, I thought the kids were gonna beat the Hawks by 10+. Y'all did good keeping it close. Yeah,
man, you're just happy you won $100.
I think that the thing is really and truly I don't know. It's crazy. I think Cam.
The Hawks went from 4th to 7th.
Yeah, we're in 7th spot. We're in the 7th seed now because we lost to the Knicks. We lost to the Knicks and the Heat, so they have a tiebreaker of us.
And we're half game back in the division. Okay, yeah. Hold on a second. Boy, what a horrible night, man! Just horrible. Yeah. And so, anyways, if we could talk not about the game for a second with the trade. Oh, you won Hold on, you won $400 from that 100.
Yeah,
dude,
that's what he said.
DC, I need a 12-pack. Can you help me out? You got my cash.
Yeah, I think going into like you said, trade deadline. Kyle Lowry's gone. Kyle Lowry is going to leave Toronto. I think he's going to Philly. I think he's either going to Philly or Miami. I think that's what everybody's been saying is Miami. I don't know who they're going to give up for in Miami because they do not want to give up Tyler Hero. I don't understand their fascination with him. He has the lowest 3-point shooting over anybody that's shooting 5.5 shots, 5.5 shots a game. He has a lower percentage than Westbrook at the 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why they keep him. You could have traded him for Harden. You didn't want to get rid. You didn't want to trade him for Harden because that was your guy. So I don't see where they're gonna go with this. I think he probably goes Philly. They'll probably give up like Maxey or something. I think Philly gives up Max, the young point guard. Yeah, I don't know. I think anybody else, Norman Powell, they said they're gonna shop Norman Powell. I think they're just gonna blow it up in Toronto, really and truly. I think they're gonna just start this rebuild for them, which I kind of sort of, I don't really think they should have started. They're gonna start it now, so I'm not really, I'm not sad for them. I don't know.
Oh, I do mean to ask this. I'm gonna send you a message on Twitter, but if you have Cash App, Tyrone, please send me that, please, sir.
Okay, I got you.
I would do appreciate it. My thoughts personally on the trade deadlines, the Hawks are going to do something. I really think that John Collins will stay because I love his message that he sent today. He really wants to stay here, and I think the Hawks are going to make that happen. But I think the Hawks are going to do something because clearly I think the Hawks need to do something, maybe a little more offensively to try to get somebody else other than Trae Young to take a shot or Bogdanovic, somebody who can, I mean, out of all the offensive weapons that we have, I think we need somebody else.
Yeah,
I think somebody else.
We need a better 2 guard for Trae.
So who'd you get rid of? Personally speaking, I still like Herter.
Yeah, I know you still
like Herter.
I have so much confidence, and I have so much confidence in him.
Yeah,
I still see I still see the promise in Cam, and him being so athletic. I think if I say Herter, if we can maybe get I want to get Bruno off this team as fast as possible.
Bruno,
we can find a way.
He's still on the team. What is he doing on the team? He's not doing anything.
He's just on
they
the
don't
bench
even
clap.
play him.
He's averaging 20 claps a game, I guess. Just over there being hyped. I think he's a good locker room guy. I think that's the thing for him. He's a good locker room guy.
Wait, did you say he's averaging 20 what?
20 claps a game. I think he's getting about 20 claps
like
a game.
Having the high fives or something?
Yeah, just sitting there. You know how we said Dan Quinn and Jason Garrett?
Like the guy who waves the towel around after a play or something like that?
Yeah, that's basically him at this point. We got Brandon Goodwin on this team. It's a lot of guys that we can probably really get off this team and probably get some guys better. But I think Brandon Goodwin kind of sort of has that hometown thing with him. He should have went to G League. I feel like we didn't have a G League team this year either. I don't know if you saw that.
No,
we didn't have a G League team.
I don't follow D League, but I know we had it. But I'm looking at the box score here. What a wasted effort by Capella, Trae Young, and Bogdanovich. What I'm disappointed is I know you're going to ease DeAndre Hunter in there. So he played 26 minutes. That right there is first of all, DC, I'm kidding, dude. Anyways, you're good, bro. I'm just joking. You're going to ease DeAndre Hunter in. So 26 minutes, probably is sufficient for him. But 2 points in 26 minutes, even for him,
is horrible.
I would expect a little bit more. And then you look at the other score, Tony Snell, 21 minutes. He got one shot. What do you
has the highest 3-point percentage in the league?
Yeah,
so you're gonna give up a guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like you're giving. I understand you're trying to get Hunter back into the start. You got to play Snell. Snell's played so good for you. You got to play him. You can't just give up on a guy because you got your starter back. Mm-hmm. You got to give Snell minutes. You have to give Snell certain. If you saw Dre, I understand the defense. Snell plays good defense at certain points. So I understand you had Hunter, but Hunter had 5 fouls in 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm. But look at this dude right here. Look at this dude. DeAndre, whatever his name is, I call him that guy. This dude had 20 points. This dude had 20. He had almost his average in the third quarter, 37 points, 40 minutes. I mean, this guy? It's almost like he was Michael Jordan in the year 2021. This dude could not be stopped at all.
Yeah.
But again, I look at it. Tony Snell getting minutes and shooting the ball one time. Kevin Herter, I know you talked about him, but he still had a decent, 28 minutes, 4 of 9, 2 of 4 from threes, 10 points. I mean, I can't blame him really for this. What I blame is that final 6.5 seconds and the Hawks not coming out ready to play.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna go through some scores tonight from other games tonight. Where we at? So,
good job, and you do what I do. Well done, sir.
Pacers beat the Pistons tonight. Caris LeVert, shout out Caris LeVert coming back healthy. I think he had like 20-something tonight, 22. Hit the game-winning dagger. Thank God he got traded because that saved his life. So
what's the Pacers record? And also, did the Pacers have anybody that we might want?
Brogdon. Everybody's been talking about Brogdon. I don't really want Brogdon. It's been a trade rumor that we've been looking at Brogdon, but supposedly he doesn't like your boy. He doesn't like Nate.
Right.
That's the supposed thing. So I don't know.
If I can, Tyrone, before you go on, we do have a Sacramento Kings fan.
That's I saw him.
Martin, 23 Kings. What's up, y'all? Kings fan here. Good game. Good game for you. Not for me. But good game. Congratulations, man.
Fox has grown so much this year. It's crazy what he's been doing. Yeah, good game from him. I will give him his credit. He was a beast tonight. I will give him that.
He was so much of a beast. He had me calling him that guy. I could not call his name anymore. I was getting so frustrated.
The Bucks beat the Celtics. 121-119. It's something going on in that Boston team. I don't know what they need. Everybody's saying they need a true center. Y'all can give me y'all opinion on that Celtics team because I don't know.
Record right now. Where are they?
They are in the 8th seed right now. They're 21-23. They're below us.
Yeah, and the Bucks are like number 3, and they still got I think the Bucks are like what 7-8 games ahead of us.
Yeah,
I think
they're 29-14. So yeah, they're about 7-8 games, and then we lost to them, so they have our tiebreaker too.
That one
so
dude
we play them again.
Giannis, man.
Yeah. Nuggets at Raptors. The Raptors actually won tonight, but this might be Kyle Lowry's last game. I don't know if y'all saw the picture of him, crying when he was going through the tunnel. That wouldn't hurt.
Oh,
just I did. He's going down as a Raptors. He probably will get a statue outside in Toronto. You thinking about it? He will get a statue. Kawhi might get a statue. That I think. I will say this. Lowry.
Statue.
If I will say this, he might be.
They need to give me a statue for suffering for Atlanta teams for 40+ years.
I think Lowry really might go down as one of the greatest Raptors of all time, if not the greatest.
Even over Tracy McGrady?
Yeah, you see, the thing is, they're talking about longevity. Tracy, how long was Tracy there? Probably, he was there for a minute though. Vince Carter was there.
Man, that's kind of close, man.
Yeah, they're saying somebody said Chris Bosh was there for a long time. Certain people that I think he'll be top 5. He'll definitely go up there because of his longevity and what he's done for that city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
and also look at it like this though. You talked about the game, the Nuggets, because I think if you do this all the time, this is actually pretty cool. The Nuggets, they may have gotten blown out tonight, but Hawks don't think that's going to be the same Nuggets team.
They're going to be home. That's another thing. They're going to be home. They were away this game. So Jokic had a quiet game. Nobody really had a good game for them tonight. Will Barton didn't even score tonight. So this was a bad game for them all around.
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet had 19. OG had 23. Norman Powell had 22. Siakam had 27. Which that's a solid lineup. Lowry giving you 19. But he might be gone and Powell might be gone. So we'll see tomorrow by 3:00. Magic is.
Before you go on with the scores, what's going to tick me off even more?
What?
To see Golden State go into Sacramento tomorrow and beat them up. And then on Saturday, the Cavaliers go beat them up. If that right there is not what would irk you even more, right?
Yeah. Especially, the thing is, if the Warriors play them tomorrow, so they're playing a back-to-back versus or is it a back? It would be a back-to-back, I think.
Golden State's going to win the game, even without Curry. Watch.
Yeah, they probably will. They probably will. They probably will blow them unless Fox.
And I'm going to get more pissed off. I promise
unless
you.
That guy, that guy has a crazy game versus them, I don't see them. Yeah,
he's only going to do it against the Hawks. He's not going to do it against Golden State because Golden State's not a team. Make me angry, man.
Magic and the Suns. The Magic won. Evan Fournier hit the game-winning shot with the Magic versus Suns game. They had a horrible ending like we did. The Suns did. They had a really bad ending. I think it was like 4. It's like a minute left on the clock, and I remember it was less than a minute, and it was horrible. Like it was like the worst possession I think I've ever seen.
Okay, well that might be true, but guys, the Suns are going to be at home when they play next week.
Yeah. Cavaliers beat the Bulls. I have something wrong with the crazy part about that Bulls team. Zach LaVine is so good. He's so good. He's literally carried those teams. He can only carry that team so much. How many did he have? He probably had like 20 something. He probably was the leading scorer. 22. Yeah, no help. Maybe Laurie had 17.
Are either of those teams in the playoff hunt? I know Cleveland's not.
Bulls are in 10. Bulls are 10, so they're in that playing game.
DC Dude says, love Slit, a fun guy, great night. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. What did he say? What's the deal with Sticks and Big Bruno? I'm a UN fan. Oh, Bruno has been absolutely just garbage for us. I know he was like a dominant player. Probably, I think he was dominant in college. I think he was done. We could have Bobo if we really think about it. Bobo went after him. I don't know the real story behind that because everybody was saying Bobo had a bad attitude. I don't know if that was why we didn't draft him. I don't know the full story behind it. But Cav is inconsistent. That's the only problem I have with Cav. Is if he was more consistent, I wouldn't have a problem with him. And Bruno I don't know. His hands are made of glass or butter.
Yeah, well, Bruno, he looked pretty good last year in the limited time that he played.
Limited time, yeah. And then I feel like he should have went to the G League. I really think Bruno should have went to the G League. I don't know if this year we didn't have a team, so I understand. Where we at? Grizzlies beat the Thunder, 116-107. Shea didn't play tonight. Has a foot injury. He'll be out for a couple weeks. The Mavericks played the Timberwolves. They still won, but Luka had to have the worst game of his career. He only had 15 points tonight.
Oh, cry me a river, but they won a game they were supposed to win.
Yeah,
Trae Young had a good fourth quarter, and we lost.
Yeah, Porzingis carried that team tonight, 29. T-Wolves, nobody really. Of course, Edwards in town is going to be a problem one day. If they can build a team around those two, that's going to be a problem team. Because
let's talk about the Rockets. Hey, talk about the Rockets who are now going to go on another extended losing streak. They had a one-game winning streak snapped.
Yeah. One-game winning streak snapped.
They're a bad
team. They're really I think they're just young. I really think it's the youngness in that team.
Yeah, but they almost beat us if it wasn't for a great few minutes.
Yeah.
We almost blew a 20 – we actually blew a 23-point lead against them, and they tied it up.
Yeah, and then we came back and ended up winning. I think it was about like 5 or – yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just
what is it about the Hawks, Tyrone? Seriously, what is it that this team – does what all Atlanta teams do, get up big and can't close and struggle? We
always loosen up. There's no killer instinct.
That's why we don't win titles here.
There's no killer instinct. Like there's no like we gotta kill this team now. The coaching, it seems like I don't know if it's coaching. I think I have more faith in Atlanta this year, the Falcons this year.
Yeah.
I think Arthur Smith is gonna change the culture. And Terry, I think they're both gonna change that culture, but I don't know. We just can't finish it all, and especially in Atlanta. I think it's just I don't know what it is.
Okay.
PJ Washington had 12 points, 12 rebounds. Gordon Hayward had a quiet night. Terry Rozier is going on a tear. If Terry Rozier isn't in your most improved player list, I don't know what your list is, because Terry Rozier has had a great season. He's had one of the best seasons I think he's had his whole career. Malik Monk had 19. A lot of these guards are stepping up for them. Devontae Graham had 21. A lot of these guys that have the fill-in for LaMelo now are stepping up. Bridges was his guy. Only got 5 points tonight. There
was one question I wanted to ask you. In the Utah-Brooklyn game, I know you haven't talked about that. Brooklyn has a really good team, one of the best teams in the NBA, right? And they got blown out 118-88. I'm looking at somebody told me that the Brooklyn Nets rested their starters.
They didn't play anybody.
Okay. Now I'm looking at the Utah roster. Did Utah looks to me that they started some of their starters or all of them?
They started all of them.
Okay. Nate McMillan. Did you see a sympathy card there, sir?
Oh no, they went. They came into. It's funny because they literally. I understand. I know there are people like, well, it's a basketball game. Yeah, it's a basketball game. You got to kill them. Like, do you think the Jazz weren't going to take? This is like a warm up game for them.
You see,
you don't think they were going to take advantage?
You understand why I brought that up?
Yeah, last game. Yeah, we know. I know,
man.
Clippers end up blowing out the Spurs, 134-101. Kawhi had 25 tonight. Marcus, I think it's Marcus. I keep saying one of the Morris brothers had 20. That was a good all-around game for that team.
Yeah,
Paul George had 17.
As an Atlanta fan, that will not be the same Spurs team that we see.
Oh no.
DeRozan
had 19, of course.
No.
Derek White had 13. Patty Mills had 17 coming off the bench. Samanik had 14. Yeah, I think it was just a quiet. It was just they didn't have no 20-point score, which was good defense. They really didn't get to 100. I think they got to 100 right at the end. So they looked like a 90-point game for them. It was good defense. And look at Luke Kennard only scoring 6 points tonight.
The guy who just blew us out on the other night, right? Who hit everything. Yeah. It's Atlanta, man. It's what happens. It's the juju. It's the
Terrence Mann scoring 7 points tonight. Had 17 last game versus us.
It's the sports guys, man. We should be used to it.
Batum had 13. Yeah, I was a questionable game from the Spurs. I think we were the last game of the night, except the Jazz game, which was a blowout.
You know, and I'm looking at this again, man. The Warriors and the Hawks, ironically, have an identical record. I know they're not going to have Stephen Curry, but you want to know what? Right now, I'm not confident. I'm not. Then we got the Nuggets, 26-18. The Suns are 29-14. And then April turns the corner. Spurs, 23-19.
But can we talk about the spacing of these games and how bad the NBA did?
What, like doing it like 2 and like 3 games in 4 days, or
like if anything, if we knew this was going to be the schedule, we started in December, we could have waited. We could have waited till March. We could have waited till we really and truly, like I said, we could really have waited till January. I think they said January was the next starting date. If you were going to do games like this, you could have said that before and said we were going to jam-pack a schedule together and make you have to finish by May so we can have our championship in July so we can get back to a normal schedule.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it like that because you messed up.
Yeah, most of the games the rest of the way are within either back-to-backs or 3 and 4 games or 1 every other day. I think there's only, from what I could tell here, is 2 times the remaining of the year to where there's actually a 3-day break. That happens twice. That is it. Everything else is either back-to-back or 1 off, 1 off, 1 off, 1 off.
Between the Bulls and the Hornets. No, actually, that's a day. Yeah, that's a dub. I think between the Bucks and the Pacers, we get a little from the 15th to the 18th, so we get 2 days off.
Yeah,
but we get a back-to-back to the Magic. We're at home versus the Magic. Then we leave that night. We're going to get on a red eye after your game and have to play the Knicks the next night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be we always, and then we're in New York, so you know how those games go.
And we also have back-to-back games in Philly, and then I think we got back-to-back games against Washington, but they're not like literally back-to-back. They're spread out 1 a day, 1 every other day. But but I'm telling you like it is, man. I love watching my team, so the more I get to watch them, the better.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I enjoy it, but I'm slightly concerned just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
I want to tell these people. I want to hear this stretch. We go Magic Knicks, which is a back-to-back.
When is this, in April or
April? Go to April 20th. Back-to-back Magic Knicks. We get a day off, come home, get to the Heat. Then we go back-to-back. We play the Bucks at home, and then we take another red eye to the Pistons. And then we have to play in Detroit.
And then 2 games in Philly.
Yeah. And then the Bulls are our last game.
Well, I'm always been a believer, and I don't know if you agree with me, but, I mean, I really don't. I've never felt pity for athletes because they get paid millions of dollars, and if that's on their schedule, that's on their schedule. I do know that they can wear you out, especially if you're going from West Coast to East Coast, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. But I've always been a believer, Tyrone, that you play the games on your schedule because, again, they're millionaires, and that's what they're being paid to do.
Yeah, I just know this stretch is gonna be crazy. I want us to blow out the Grizzlies. Just please let us blow out the Grizzlies, because I don't like their fans on Twitter. They have a lot of fans on Twitter that like to dog the Hawks. I don't know why they like to talk crap about. I guess the Ja Morant and Trae Young thing, which really isn't a comparison because Ja doesn't shoot. Ja is more of a dunker, and Trae doesn't even dunk. So I will say that. Somebody said I don't know. I think not having Rondo tonight probably hurt a little bit too.
Yeah.
So
Did he have an aggravated something or what?
his shoulder, like a messed up rotator cuff or something like that. Somebody said he might be getting traded. That might be why he didn't play. But I don't think so.
I know. I heard the other night that some people were giving Rajon Rondo a bad rep. He hasn't played bad, man. I don't know what to.
No.
I have nothing against Rajon.
Some people are because he plays like a lot of people on this team play very inconsistent.
Of course, but they had that 8-game stretch and they played good, and then Rajon Rondo has one bad game and they go off on him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, come on, man. That's Atlanta sports, but I mean, I'm disappointed again, man. I'm disappointed in this loss. I'm looking at the score, and I just still can't believe how the Hawks were fighting an uphill battle the whole game. Again, I think they had 2 leads in the game.
Yeah, maybe, and it probably was only like a 2-point game,
and it didn't last long either.
Yeah.
Oh man, looking at this face.
It's just like it's pretty crazy. So I don't this West Coast trip has messed up a lot of people's sleep schedule. So yeah, I don't.
Great, but it works great for me because I work 2 to 11.
Oh, so yeah, you're up, so you're
good. It works perfect for me. Kind of like the Braves when the Braves play on the West Coast. I do like
those games are tiring. God, those games. I'll be up.
I love them. If the schedule works good, I love it because I love West Coast baseball. I love being able to watch any baseball game at night.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just me.
I like baseball games, and baseball games at night are it's a different experience, especially on the West Coast too. Yeah. It's always a different. That's always a different experience.
I will tell you this: this is non-sports related. My birthday is on Saturday. I will not be here on Saturday, but on Friday night, Tyrone, if you and some of your compadres can make it over, I'll be doing a special stream on Friday night around 11 o'clock Eastern time, leading into my birthday. Gonna have some fun, meet some of my sports fans. You're invited, man. I'd like to see you over there.
Okay, man. If I can, I'll be there, of course. So, you guys, it's been a long night. We had a long talk. Thanks for everybody for coming in here. Subscribe. Subscribe to Sports Live and ATL.
Sports.
You gotta support him. You gotta subscribe to him. He's been a guy that's coming in, talking to us. We've been going back and forth. You guys, thank y'all for coming tonight. I want to say subscribe to us. Please subscribe to him. With all that, peace.